And we are back for the second half of the game. When we left off, the score was 8-6 with Boardman in the lead.
Yeah, Boardman had actually won the opening toss and chose to defer, so they will be receiving the ball here in the second half. Looking to
back to kick is number 11, Mike Scavina.
Yeah, Mike wears a lot of hats here on this Cardinal Mooney team. Having himself a good game so far.
And Racy drops the ball in the end zone, tries to make something out of it, runs out to the left.
Yeah, in high school, that's touchback. Once the ball,
touchback.
Yeah, once the ball actually goes into the end zone, whether it was touched or not prior to, that's a momentum of the ball took it into the end zone, so they'll bring that out to the 20.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of rules that designed to cut down on injuries because you do get a lot of injuries on kickoffs. So officials blew that one dead. Be interesting to see. It looked like Racy had a head of steam, and he was already up to the 20, so he might have been able to
maybe do something with that.
Yeah.
Officials not blowing it dead, but
right.
Coulda, shoulda, woulda.
Right.
So that'll bring the Spartans to the 20. 2 men in the backfield. O'Horo back to receive the snap.
Yeah, they've moved their slot man inside of the left tackle.
Rodriguez in motion. Hands off to Racy up the middle, and that's a gain of maybe 2 or 3 yards.
Yeah, Boardman having some success with the misdirection. Nice, really just straight ahead blocking along that front line there. Able to pick up about 3 yards on the play.
Four wide set. 1 man right behind O'Horo. O'Horo looks to left, fires to Che Trevena. And Trevena is able to fight through a couple of tacklers, and he is down at the Spartan 39-yard line.
Yeah, excellent call on that guy. Yeah, he did a nice job of fighting through the tackle. Able to pick up some extra yards, close to another 5 yards. Nice quick throw right on the money. Changes direction and fought hard for that Spartan first down.
Ball at the 39, 1st and 10. Score still 8-6 with Spartans in the lead. 4 wide set.
Yeah, they had trips to the left of the formation. Choose to run.
And up the middle once again. That play doesn't go very far. Maybe a gain of 1 on that play.
Yeah, you have Boardman's offensive tackle, Jake Powell, working hard on that one. He's firing out, putting some nice blocks out there for that Spartan offense.
Man motion. Hands off up the middle. Has a slight opening, but doesn't go very far. That's a gain of about 3 or 4 yards.
Yeah, gives him 3rd and 5. Born with 4 wide, 2 to each side. Single back in the backfield.
O'Horo drops back. Looking, scrambles out to the right. Throws it deep. That pass was intended for number 13, Josh Rodriguez, but the play doesn't work out. And that'll bring up 4th and 5. And the Spartans will send out their punting unit.
Yeah, it looked like O'Horo was hoping to pick up a Racy coming out of the backfield. He had been staying in to block with that heavy Cardinal Mooney pass rush, but he was well covered coming out of there. So then he checked down for the deep receiver and just not able to make connection.
Punting the ball away is Alex Uzika. Kick is up and away.
Nice line drive kick.
And just barely missed the ball there. Ball bounced in the end zone, and
yeah, the gunner down there couldn't pick up for Boardman. came within a whisker of stopping that ball right at the goal line, showing some excellent speed on that coverage team, but unable to keep from trickling into the paint, and they're going to bring that out to the 20.
Spartan's ready to play. Mooney's still in the huddle. And Mooney takes the field. Mooney showing 3 wideouts, 1 man in backfield. Number 5 in motion. Fakes the handoff, hands off to number 9, but the Spartans defense stops that play in its track. That was number 9, Jason Santisi, trying to run that around the outside.
Yeah, Racy again coming up with another nice low hit. He is not giving up any yardage on those edges when he's coming up from his secondary position to cut down that runner.
And already the Spartans defense is beginning to look more stout than the first half.
Yeah, they've settled in. Yeah, that's
Definitely.
a good call. Yeah, they've definitely settled in.
At this point, they just need the turnovers to match their performance.
Yeah.
First half. Referee hands the ball off, number 5, but he is drilled at the 20-yard line. Carrying the ball was number 5, Nico Marciano. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that was that big hit there. Well, that was Tino Arcuri collapsing down from that left defensive end position and just put a big hit on the runner on that play.
Ball at the 20, 3rd and 10. 8 minutes and about 35 seconds left to play in the quarter. Clock is ticking. 1 man in the backfield. Murphy takes the snap. Throws to the left to number 81, but he drops it. That pass was dropped by number 81, Anthony Fire.
That was an interesting play there. It was kind of hard to tell. Nate Kudik cut underneath that play. I couldn't tell. He was reacting like he even got a fingertip on that, just enough to perhaps change the direction of that enough to create that incompletion. So the Spartans stand tall and get a 3 and out with the 4th and 10. Mooney Cardinals drop back in punt formation.
Trevena and Iracy back to receive the kick. Punt is up and away. And Iracy and Trevena couldn't decide on who would get that ball.
Yeah.
Trevena comes up with it, but he is wrapped up at the Spartan 44-yard line.
Yeah, another interesting punt to field is low line driver, and like you said, it looked like they really weren't on this, certain who was going to actually field that ball.
Live communication is what kills teams.
Yeah, absolutely.
Ball at the 45-yard line.
Just making sure your fluid head's on. Just try to keep your tracking smooth.
Defensive lineman for Mooney almost jumps the gun there.
Yeah, he must not have stepped into that zone, but boy, he looked anxious.
And hands off to Iracy up the middle. That doesn't go very far, though. That's a gain of maybe 2.
Yeah, it seems like Boardman's definitely gone into kind of more of a ball control mode, maybe shorten the game, burn up some clock in the process. So having some success looking for that line to perhaps wear on the
Miller in motion.
Somewhat smaller defensive line.
They set up the screen, throw the Trevena out to the left. Tries to make a move, but doesn't go very far. Brings him out to the Mooney 47-yard line.
Yeah, he had nice acceleration out there, though, too. Making something out of that. I think they're going to bring up, about 2 to go. So, a little, like you said, the flanker screen That's a timing pass and nicely done. Able to pick up about 8 yards on that play.
Horo hands off up the middle, but that doesn't go anywhere.
Yeah, I think, though, he might have got across. All he had to do was get across that Mooney 45-yard line, and I believe the official is going to give him that first down, so they're going to move the chains. Boardman definitely showing kind of a ball control approach here in this half so far, mixing in just enough pass with a run.
Miller in motion. Horo rolls out to the right, looking, not line.
Yeah, that was a really nice pass by O'Hora. He just had enough air underneath that to drop it in. So,
I'm sorry, that was not Carmelo. There was number 23, Kareem Hamden.
yeah, that was just a really nice pitch and catch, throwing on the run. Really nice touch on that ball. Gets him the first down inside of the 30.
In the backfield, pitch to number 6, Josh Rodriguez, out to the left, but he is snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, that play had a lot of potential, but Cardinal Mooney's defensive end showing an amazing speed to step out once he recognized the ball was going wide and just gave the runner no chance. Like I said, he just was all over that play, and he was the guy to beat.
And motion. 3 wide outside, 1 man in the backfield. Takes a snap, fakes the handoff, looking, throws deep for the end zone, but that does not go anywhere. The pass was intended for number 85, Aiden Slocum. Fastly overthrew his man there, and that'll bring up 3rd and 13.
Yeah, it looked to me almost like he was expecting that route to continue straight up on the post, and he broke it inside. So perhaps a miscommunication, but regardless, that pass went deep.
Crucial 3rd down here for the Spartans, back at the 32-yard line. 5 minutes and 59 seconds left to play in the quarter.
Yeah, with the ball placed where it is, they're probably looking to at least leave himself an opportunity, and they will not.
Bit of a strange play call there, but doesn't pick up the first down.
Yeah, just a bit of a delay handoff, or a little, almost like run it like a draw play. So with 14 yards to get the first down.
There was no gate on that play, so 4th and 13, and the Spartans will bring out their punting unit. Spartans turn it over on downs, and Mooney has a man back behind the 10-yard line to receive the punt. Punt is up
high
and away.
angling to that left.
Signals a fair and he signals a fair catch.
Wow. Not absolutely certain the Mooney head coach is going to be happy with that decision. Typically, you do not take a fair catch inside of the 5-yard line. Hopefully let that ball roll into the end zone, but works out well for the Spartan defense as they'll take over at the 4. With a long way to go.
Overall, a good effort by the Spartans, but strange play call on 3rd and 13. Delayed handoff of some type, but didn't really go anywhere.
Yeah, that's one of those I think they were really trying to get something out of the heavy pursuit that Cardinal's been putting out there.
Murphy hands it off, goes out to the right, and doesn't go very far. The ball was on the 6-yard line. That was a gain of 2.
Yeah, both teams have made some nice defensive adjustments here in this second half. So as this game progresses, this tight score, any score looms large.
Hands it off up the middle. And that's a nice gain and picks up the first down. There's a flag on the play, though.
Yeah, that marker's resting right about the 7-yard line where you typically see holding on the offense, and that's exactly what that is. Again, another critical mistake by the Mooney Cardinals. It just really making it difficult for them to get anything going, with these penalties and some miscues. Yeah, with that ball resting at the 3-yard line, it really limits, what you're able to go to in your playbook as well. With this close score, they certainly don't want to give Boardman an opportunity for another safety or even a turnover down here.
Murphy hands off around the right, and there's a big hole for the running back. Knocks into his own man, and he is down at about the 13-yard line. That was number 9, Jason Santisi, carrying the ball.
Yeah, it was an excellent play call. Mooney's left tackle had a nice kick-out block on the end. Created that seam. Able to get back that penalty yardage and then some, bringing up just a 3rd and a short 2.
Hands the ball off once again. Ran to his own man, and he was snuffed out by the Spartans at about the 19-yard line.
Yeah, another interesting spot.
Or the 14-yard line, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it looks to me like we have a Boardman Spartan down on the play. Hard to see who that is. I believe it was one of the defensive secondary men coming up to make that tackle.
Too many bodies huddled around him. I can't really make out who it is.
Yeah. Looking down too at the field where the officials have placed the ball, they're going to go ahead and use this game stoppage to have a measurement to see exactly.
Down on that play was number 38, Zach Hillard.
Yeah, Hillard coming up from his secondary position. And Mooney does get the first down by about half the length of the football. So
not a very good sequence of events for the Spartans there. Man down, and Mooney picked up the first down. So that will bring Mooney to the 14-yard line. 1st and 10, 3 minutes and 12 seconds left to play in the quarter.
Yeah, Mooney able to use some good hard running and turn a bad situation into a first down with a couple of run plays.
One man backfield. Murphy hands it off to number 9, Jason Santisi. Plows through a man. He plowed through number 1, Mike Fetzko. It's a gain of about 5 yards.
Able to get up out across the 20.
2nd and 4. At the 21-yard line. 2 minutes and 20 seconds left to play in the quarter. Score is still 8-6. Boardman has the lead. Hands it off once again, but Spartans defense is able to stuff him out.
Yeah, nice play there by Boardman's defense. Number 4, Alex Huzika, able to come from the left side of the defense formation and help wrap him up from the backside with pursuit.
3rd and 3. Ball at the 21-yard line. Murphy drops back, looking. Pocket collapses. He's being chased. Rolls out to the left, picks up the first down, and he is knocked down by number 1, Mike Fetzko.
Yeah, Fetzko submarined him there with a big hit, but not after Murphy with another big run. Apparently stepped out at the 30. Mooney's coaching staff doesn't agree with the official's call, but that's where the ball will be placed.
1st and 10, ball at the 30-yard line, 1 minute and 22 seconds left in the quarter. Hands off number 9. Able to bust through a guy, but he isn't able to go very far. That's a gain of maybe 1, but probably no gain.
Yeah, again, Boardman's defense did a nice job of filling gaps.
That's fine.
Running back trying to scrape along that line of scrimmages with nowhere to go. Barely, eventually just grinds to a halt. 2nd and 9.
50 seconds left. Might only get one more play here in the fourth half.
One man in backfield, 2 wide set. Murphy throws to the right to number 6. He leaps over a man, but he is marked down at about the 36, 37-yard line. That pass was thrown to
Yeah, I didn't pick up who the reception's on, but Boardman dialed up a blitz, brought their corner blitz from the side he was rolling to. So Murphy able to get rid of that ball before the pressure really got to him. Got the completion with a run. 3rd and about 4.
One man backfield. Hands off to Santisi. Santisi able to fight through a couple of defenders. And he can't tell.
I believe he's going to be short. Again, a lot depends on that spot. Yeah, the officials have put the nose on the ball at the 40, and that will be enough for another Cardinal Mooney first down. And now it's the last play of our 3rd quarter.
Score is still 8-6. Boardman has the lead.
Yeah, this has just been a completely different half. Both teams really relying heavily on the run, chewing up time and gaining yardage, but most of this half has been played right between the 20s, except for Boardman pinning them deep on this drive. But
Mooney has been running the ball down Boardman's throat throughout most of the 3rd quarter so far.
With the way this game is being played, a lot's going to depend on teams' conditioning.
Still a close game despite the slow-paced nature of it so far.
Absolutely.
Only a 2-point deficit and a field goal can give Mooney the lead. So the Spartans really need to stop here when they take the field.
Yeah, one thing that Mooney's offense has been able to do is with working the ball out to where they're at now, even if they should end up punting on this series, they're going to pretty well flip the field on Boardman. And
ball at the 40-yard line, 1st and 10.
Well, nice pressure that time.
And Murphy is brought down by number 2, Joe Iracy.
Yeah, excellent job on that. Just knifed up inside that the pass block and got an arm out there and just cut him down at the ankles.
Huge sack there. That's a loss of 8. That'll bring up 2nd and 18. Ball at the 32-yard line.
Yeah. Excellent play. Racey's had himself an excellent game, both running the ball and playing defense. He's containing his side of the field, and with that sack,
Murphy hands it up. The offensive line provided a hole, and he's still going. He's tripped up, and he is out about the 48-yard line. Able to regain a lot of those yards lost on that previous play. It's a nice run there by number 9, Jason Santisi.
yeah, Santisi showing excellent balance on that, just absolutely refusing to go down. Two Boardman defenders able to get their hands on him, but just couldn't bring him down. So it's a big 3rd and 2.
Boardman needs to stop here. And he is nailed. Shoved back behind the line of scrimmage, and he will not pick up the first down.
Yeah, I think you called that right. I think he did lose about a yard on that. Absolutely brutal hit on that side. Yeah, stop for no gain at all.
It's hard to tell who nailed him there, but
yeah, that was
safe to say it was a group effort.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, the lineman stood him up, and linebacker coming up to Phil just put a big lick on that play. Just too many bodies to really call out who made that, but the result is a
turnover on downs.
Yeah, 4th and 3. So
Jay Trevena is back to receive the ball
definitely in punt
at the
formation.
18-yard line.
It's one of those you never know if they're going to fake that or not.
Signals a fair catch, and that'll bring the Spartans out to the 18-yard line.
Yeah, that was an important drive for Cardinal. Like I said, even with the punt, though, they've actually flipped the field to where now Boardman's starting inside of their own 20 on the 19. So, the drive may not have resulted in points, but it did put Boardman back on their own side of the field and actually deep in their, fairly deep in their own end. So
at this point, Boardman's main goal is to strangle the clock and to pad their lead.
Yeah. The second half looks like both teams are taking pages out of Jim Trustle's playbook, just field position, special teams, and hard running and just methodical offense.
10 minutes and 2 seconds left to play in the quarter. Score still 8-6. Boardman is on top. 1st and 10, ball at the 19-yard line. Man motion. Horo takes snap, hands it off to Racy. I apologize. That was actually number 6, Josh Rodriguez. Rodriguez tried plowing into man, but was unable to bust through him, and he is marked down at the Spartan 24-yard line.
Yeah, like I said, he lowered his shoulder and tried to deliver a blow, but it looked to me as stalemate, and with the safety coming up, stopping after, though, about a 6-yard gain. Nice offensive play.
Miller in motion. Hands off to Rodriguez, but he is brought down behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, that's a play I think now Mooney's pretty familiar with, faking the handoff to the motion man.
After that unsuccessful play, that'll bring up 2nd and 5, ball at the 24-yard line.
Yeah, lost 1 on that.
Or 3rd and 5, I'm sorry. Horo looking, pocket collapses, and he is nailed between 2 defenders, Anthony Fire and I unfortunately...
the edge pursuit just...
It's between Anthony Fire and number 8, Sheriff Jameson.
Yeah, that was...
He was sandwiched between those 2 defenders, and the result, a turnover on downs.
Yeah, he would have had to have got rid of that ball pretty quickly to have any hope on that play. Just that incredibly fast edge pursuit on that play.
They faked the punt, running up the side.
Amazing
and
play.
He picks up the first down.
What a gutsy call.
An amazing
could-
fake punt run by number 4, Alex Uzika. What a beautiful play by the Spartans.
I think that was literally one of those. He was looking at that punt getting blocked, and he pulled it down and decided to run.
That didn't look
I
scripted.
can almost guarantee you he did not trot out there expecting, with the plan on 4th and with a 2-point lead in your own end to pull it down and try and get a first down. But that absolutely worked out great for the Spartans. So
He got it by the skin of his teeth, but it worked out.
yeah, I didn't see who it was, but there was someone flying up the middle, and
That will bring out the Spartans offense, man motion. Takes the hand off the motion man, and again, that doesn't go anywhere, but hopefully on this drive, Ohoro can redeem himself.
yeah, that was they're content to keep this ball on the ground. They're making this second half amazingly quick, both teams.
7 minutes and
Changing a
18
run.
seconds left to play in the quarter. 2nd and 9, ball at the 31-yard line. 2 men in the backfield, 3 wideouts.
Boardman can manage a couple first downs. They're going to put a lot of pressure on Mooney to try and get this clock stopped. So
Ohoro drops back, looking. Pocket collapses, scrambles out to the left, tries to dive to gain some sort of yard, but that is a sack. He is down at the 32-yard line.
yeah,
That's a loss of 1. That'll bring up 3rd and 9.
Mooney defenders hobbling off, but able to make it off his own power. Yeah, he ends up back at the original line of scrimmage, but again, Mooney's pass coverage is not giving Ohoro many places to place that ball. So going on the empty backfield here.
5 outside, Rodriguez in motion. Ohoro drops back and shows a blitz. Throws to the Trevena. And he is brought down at about the 35-yard line.
That was a nice play call, though. When you see that many gold or maroon jerseys running towards you, that was going to be a screen. But nicely run, but only able to pick up 5 yards on it. But when you got pass rush, it's coming after you like that. Screenplay is always a nice call.
Well, let's see if Uzika can pull a miracle again.
Yeah, this is.
Punt is up and away. Field by number 5 at the 30-yard line. And you would think.
Come on, he was down.
I believe he was down at about the 40.
Yeah, the officials did not blow the whistle on that clearly. The play stayed alive.
And there's a
He
flag
took a
on the
heavy
play.
hit, but I think he might have got his hand down and without the knee. So I believe we have an illegal block as that play continued. So if that is a call that goes against the Mooney Cardinals, another huge penalty. So yeah, instead of 1st and 10 near midfield, that's going to back them up to their own 33-yard line. And these yards, with the time winding down, it was just 5 minutes 25. You really don't want to make that field any longer than you have to. And, being 1st and 10 in midfield would have been huge. Again, just another error, another player error, and they're starting the possession, but they have the ball back with plenty of time to get their offense going and try and put up some points.
5 minutes and 25 seconds left in the final quarter. 1st and 10, ball at the 33. Murphy rolls out to the left, throws it deep, but he overthrows his man. That pass was intended for number 5, Nico Marchionda.
Yeah, Marciano made a nice move out there to get some separation. But, again, that's a very difficult throw, that out pass, because you don't want to leave it short because, it has to go a long way to get out to where the receiver's at. But it just need a little more air under it, allow the receiver to run up underneath. Anyway, it goes to an incompletion. And
bring up 2nd and 10, ball still at the 33-yard line.
Yeah, Mooney going in with the 4 wide single back.
Hands off to number 5. But that play goes nowhere. Spartans defense wraps around number 5, Nico Marchionda.
Yeah, really nice defensive effort there. Okay, and you've got...
I apologize. That was actually number 2, Chris Gruber.
Yeah, Kareem Hamden doing a nice job on the inside there, able to bust that play up. So the Spartan defensive lineman trots off.
4 minutes and 45 seconds left in the quarter. 3rd and 10, ball 33.
Yeah, Boardman going to play some coverage. Just 3 down linemen on this.
Murphy drops back, looking. Pocket collapses. He's being chased down. He evades one tackler, and he is brought down. Throws the ball away.
Yeah, they're going to call him for illegal grounding, I believe, on that play. Even though he was out of the pocket, he just... The ball has to at least travel to the line of scrimmage, so you can't just throw it directly out of bounds. So that will go as grounding. They do want the quarterback to protect himself, but again, that pass has to go at least to the line of scrimmage. So that's going to be a penalty and loss of down on that. So
we'll see where they spot the ball.
Yeah, and you can't fault Murphy on that. He's just trying to
get the ball away and avoid the sack.
Exactly. He doesn't want to lose that yardage, and he's just need to put that ball a little further upfield, and there you wouldn't have a penalty.
Ball will be marked back at the 17-yard line.
Boardman defense with outstanding pressure on that two men.
Brings out their punting unit. Punt is up and away. Field by Trevena at the... And he's got some room. He evades the tackler. And he has some room. And he is out at the 32-yard line. A beautiful return by number 11, Che Trevena.
Absolutely. Late in the game, you're getting the ball back. You're probably going to have position right at midfield. Decides to field it with an outstanding return. Like I said, just some really hard running, taking the ball all the way down to the Mooney 30-yard line.
Che Bar of Soap Trevena.
Yeah, that was just exactly. He just squirted through. That was an amazing little piece of running there. So outstanding effort. Yeah, the ball placed on the right hash of the 30-yard line, and the Spartans will set up shop. Be real surprised to see Boardman put the ball in the air down in here.
Hands off to Iracy, tries to run around the right. Goes nowhere, but there is a penalty on the play.
Yeah, where that flight came in at, that might be either a shot to the head. I didn't see a face mask, but there were no linemen in front of him, so we'll have to see what that call is, though. But it is going to be marked off against Boardman. Wow.
I'll bring the ball out to the 36-yard line.
Yeah, I did not see who they would have called that against, and I don't see an official signal. Here, we'll just go with offensive holding and with the 10-yard penalty.
And one man backfield, 3 wideout set. Horo hands off to Iracy once again, up the middle, but he is wrapped up. That's a gain of maybe 1 or 2.
Yeah, again, at this point of the game, Boardman more than content to burn up the clock.
3 minutes and 31 seconds left to play in the quarter. Score is still 8-6. Boardman has the lead.
I imagine if Carnell gets a stop here, I believe they burned one of their timeouts in this half, so with 2 timeouts remaining, they will probably try to conserve clock and call that timeout.
Hands off once again, off to the left. Wrapped up at about the 30-yard line. That would be a gain of 4 yards for Joe Iracy.
Yeah, some hard running got him back just inside of that original line of scrimmage. And indeed, Cardinal Mooney uses their second timeout, I believe, of this half. Leaving them one left. So if they get a stop here, I'm sure they'll burn their last timeout and hope they can get the ball back. I would anticipate just as well that even if Boardman doesn't get the first down, they will go ahead and probably run their final play.
3rd and 10. Ball is marked at the 30-yard line. 3 minutes left to play in the quarter. Score still 8-6. Boardman has the lead.
Yeah, it'd be an interesting call here. I know they've tried the draw play on this type of thing, again, trying to take advantage of the Cardinal Mooney pass rush, which has been significant tonight. I mean, anytime they've dropped back to pass, O'Hara's had not much time to pick out his receivers.
And the Mooney secondary has been keeping most of his receivers on lockdown.
Absolutely.
Hands off to Racy up the middle once again.
Another nice run. And Cardinal Mooney will spend their third and final time out of the half.
Bring up 4th and 8. And we'll wait to see what the Spartans plan to do here.
Yeah, I would fully expect them to just line up and run another play. I'm not sure that is within. That would be, in essence, probably about a 42 to 45-yard field goal should they line up and try and attempt it. And I imagine with the things that can go wrong, the snap goes off, and again, the odds of even making
risky.
the kick. Yeah, absolutely. I think you're better served by just running the ball again
And trusting your defense to hold Mooney to.
Exactly, and the defense has been playing very, very well. So, as they say, dance with who brung you, and try to burn a little more clock and rely on that defense to salt this game away.
Boardman takes the ball at the 28-yard line. 4th and 8. 2 minutes, 54 seconds left to play in the quarter. Man motion.
Yeah, it's Kareem Hamden moving to the other side of the formation.
O'Hara fakes the snap. Looking. Throws deep. But he overthrows his man.
Incomplete pass, but
That pass.
interesting call.
That pass was intended for number 11, Che Trevena. I believe Trevena was looking for a penalty of some sort there.
Yeah, I couldn't tell. Yeah, he might have thought he was held up, but that was ball was put in position, really kind of made it easy for the official to just kind of ignore any contact. So it goes as an incomplete pass, and Cardinal Mooney will take over on downs with 2:48 remaining in this fourth quarter.
Ball at the 27-yard line, 1st and 10. Score still 8-6. Boardman has the lead.
Yeah, they will be doing this. I do believe I was wrong earlier. I think Cardinal does have the one remaining timeout.
Murphy takes a snap.
Launches the ball
And
downfield.
penalty flags are thrown.
Yeah, you have
obviously pass interference on the part of number 23, I believe. I believe that was Kareem Hamden.
Yeah. I do believe the contact was a little early. If you have your head turned around looking for the ball, you have a better opportunity to not get that flag. But as it is, that will be a 10-yard penalty and moves the ball out to the 42-yard line.
1st and 10, ball at the 42. 2 minutes and 43 seconds left to play in the quarter.
Boardman going with 3 down linemen playing some coverage.
Pressure by Huzica, and that pass was intended for number 5, Nico Marcianda, but he drops it.
Yeah, it looked to me like Hamden got his hand in on that again. He was from this angle looked like he definitely was underneath the receiver and had a opportunity to cut off that passing lane. So at the very least, his flashing across was enough to break up the completion. So we'll give him a pass defense on that one and look for the Spartans to try and do that again. We've got trips to the left.
2nd and 10. Ball still at the 42-yard line. Murphy drops back, looking, throws the bullet out to the left. That pass is caught by number 5, Nico Marchionda.
Yeah,
and that will pick up a first down for Mooney.
Yeah, and
Spartans really need a stop here.
Yeah, his momentum takes him out of bounds, so that will stop the clock with 2:32, even after the setting of the chains. So
Murphy drops back once again. Pressure by Alex Uzika, and he is brought down for the sack right behind the line of scrimmage.
Ball, a huge play there.
About the 48-yard line, that's a loss of 2 yards. And that will keep the clock running.
Yeah, I would say that might even be closer to about 5. Yeah, about close to a 5-yard loss on that. So, yeah, big hit in there. Uzika coming in from that defensive left side.
Murphy drops back, looking. Murphy runs out to the left. He's able to scramble, tries to fight for a couple extra yards, but he runs out of bounds at the 38-yard line.
Still short of the first down, but able to stop the clock with 1:57.
They'll bring up about 3rd and 4.
Yeah, the Boardman defense able to stop him from trying to run that seam up the middle, but again, once he was able to elude any outside contain and roll out and with a big gain. So 3rd and 5.
If Uzika got off the block, he might have had a chance to grab at him right before he was able to take off. But Murphy is a very mobile quarterback, as we've seen tonight. And I guess that pass was intended for number 80, Devon Jenkins.
Yeah, he was definitely the intended receiver. And what you see there was the receiver wasn't even back looking for the ball. He was expecting that route to go deeper before he turned and looked, and it was clearly a timing throw.
That pass was defended by number 24, Siani Jones.
Yeah. Yeah, he was step for step with this man. So
that'll bring up 4th and 4, minute 53 left to play in the game.
Big play here.
Ball at the 40-yard line. Mooney showing a 4 wide set, 1 man in the backfield.
Yeah, Cardinal absolutely has to get a first down here to keep this going.
Crucial play here. Murphy fires deep, and he is unable to haul in.
Incomplete. And the Spartans going absolutely crazy on their sidelines. The receiver,
I believe,
was open. He was able to break out in the open there, but ball just a little too deep. I believe he got a hand on it, but that will do it. With one, I believe Cardinal has 1 timeout remaining, but they will be helpless to stop the clock after that. So Spartans should be able to just take a knee on this series and get out of Stanboss Stadium with a very hard-fought, methodical, excellent effort win here today. A huge win over an excellent opponent here in the Mooney Cardinals, who fought valiantly. Lot of big plays, but again, the penalties and the miscues just too much to overcome.
Very undisciplined play killed that team.
Yep. They again, a couple of them were just, not just player error, but just
general communication errors, confusion.
Yeah.
So the Boardman will take over the ball on downs, and they will take it at the 40-yard line as they proceed to kneel the Cardinals to death.
Well, that will be it. Does appear they're lining up in an offensive formation, so
maybe they're playing running.
Anticipating.
And a very
Yeah, that's
rather stupid penalty there by
that's one of those. He went with a hard count.
number 11. I think that was Aiden Slocum who committed that penalty. Number 85 at the far end of the field.
Yeah, he's anxious to
And-
get out in his route, and the hard count just
Fooled by his own hard
count.
count.
Yeah. Yeah, with the timeout, it's possible that Boardman might need to get a first down before they're able to just absolutely run out the clock. But
Hands off to Iracy, and Iracy is drilled right behind the line of scrimmage.
yeah,
I think I felt a little frustration behind that one.
Yeah.
I think that was
was
I believe that was 55, Amon Williams.
Yeah, also number, it was 8, Jameson having an excellent game over there on the left defensive side.
And I
Mooney
believe-
will burn their final timeout of this half, and
after this, the Spartans will be able to run out the clock,
yeah, with 3 plays remaining.
barring any miracles.
Yeah, at this point, it should be fairly well academic.
Very old school game day, very wet when rainy conditions, windy conditions. Both teams running the ball down each other's throats. Very old school type of game you see here today.
Yeah, again, maybe it's kind of fitting, here on the campus of Youngstown State University to have a very trestle-like game, especially here in the second half. Ball control, field position.
And it appears that the Spartans are going to try to attempt to run another play.
Yeah, I think it's going to be very, very close. They may not be able to run the clock fully out, so they're going to run their offense.
Hands it off to Iracy up the middle, and that's a gain of about 3 yards.
Yeah, a lot will depend on when the official starts the play clock.
The clock is running down, mid 28. Score 8-6, Boardman on top.
Yeah, it's the
Nowhere near that now. We gotta get a good pass.
Spartans will probably have to get a first down if they look to absolutely run the clock out. But
Clock is ticking away. We're about to hit the minute mark.
yeah, they take a timeout with 1 tick remaining. Run this play, and yeah, they will. If they don't get the first down, they will need to punt.
Getting it. Had a good game. Second half running the ball. Spartans much better in the second half than he did in the first.
At this point, it's
Yeah, this-
pretty elementary as to what's going to happen here.
Last week, and they stepped up. They want to get very, very good offense.
Yeah, with the play clock, I believe you have 35 seconds from the time the official blows the play dead until you have to run your next play. So they'll definitely have to run a 4th down play. And it'll be up to the coaches because if they decide to run the ball, just to burn even more clock, but where the ball's placed on the field, the clock will be stopped immediately upon the change of possession. So it would leave Cardinal with anywhere from, if they choose not to punt,
Yes, they are.
which I would fully expect them to punt.
Third and 12, ball at the 38. We run another play, hand off to Iracy, who runs around the right side. And that's a gain of about 2 or 3 yards. That'll keep the clock running for a bit.
Yeah, I fully anticipate seeing the punt unit here. I would imagine he may even just do what he did in the previous play, allow the clock to run down, call his timeout, and send out his punt unit.
We've hit the 30-second mark, and the clock is currently ticking away. 25 seconds left.
Yeah, I believe it'll probably end up being about 11 seconds or so by the time he calls his timeout. And the official stops with the 15 seconds as both teams will huddle on their respective sidelines. The Spartans plenty of time to plan out their fourth down play.
So as of right now, barring any miracles, Spartans should be able to pull this win off.
Yeah, one thing's for certain. If you do put that ball in the air on a punt, you're going to put it somewhere where it's not possible to return, because that's the one thing that could kill you is breaking a big return, and they fought too long, too hard for this one to have a large miscue.
And the Spartan punting unit comes out. Alex Uzika is back to punt.
No doubt with instructions to put that ball nowhere even in the same zip code as our single man step back to receive. And you can see all kinds of pressure going to be coming.
And the punt goes up and
The punt was partially blocked.
blocked. And he touches the ball. And Spartans may have been able to recover it.
Officials signal.
And the officials say that Boardman has it.
And that will do it.
And that will
Boardman
seal the
Spartans.
game for the Spartans.
Another tough break for the Mooney Cardinals. Just
That basically summarizes
the
how
final
has
nail
gone
in
so
the
far.
coffin in this game. Yeah, it just,
I'm pretty sure every Spartan fan their hearts just dropped about 10 feet in the stomach.
Well, the thing is, if that ball was partially blocked, so it would just be a matter of whoever recovers the ball. It's a live ball once it's touched. So,
Wasn't able to tell who recovered that ball, but an excellent play by that.
yeah, that's an interesting play, because depending how that goes, if that ball wasn't touched, if that ball was touched, Boardman would have to recover in position for where the first down would be, because it goes as a live play from scrimmage. So, and I do believe they did get the yardage necessary for that first down, because it's an odd rule, but that is how it works.
And the Spartans will take the victory formation. And that's the end of the game.
Every coach's favorite play to go to at the end of the game. So a jubilant Boardman Spartan team.
And the Spartans come away with a very confidence-boosting win over the Cardinal Mooney Cardinals.
Absolutely.
Considering the rivalry between these two teams.
Yeah.
This Spartans team probably feels like they could take on the world right about now.
Yeah, and they've shown some really good things throughout this season. Again, you hit it right on the head of the, relying on that defense.
And now there are some Spartan fans running onto the field.
Absolutely, it's mayhem. It's absolute pandemonium here at the Stambaugh Stadium as our Boardman Spartans pull off a huge win to improve their season record.
And the Boardman Spartan student section empties out into the field.
Exactly. Well, that's good. It's
excellent.
the fun of high school football, and again, it just so much emotion goes into these games, and just an outstanding effort by both teams.
A rather slow but fun game to watch overall.
Yeah,
and
it wasn't lightning bolts in the second half, but definitely methodical. And again, the gamesmanship.
Interesting to watch.
Yeah, both teams going with the run, heavily relying on the run, and just the Boardman defense able to contain.
And with that, we will see you at the next Boardman Spartans home game. I'm Guy Tepzig with my co-host Richard Steltz.
Thank you, and have a good night.